We start with some overnight news. Flames lit up the sky in northwest Albuquerque. The fire was burning in the 5600 block of Equestrian Northwest, that is west of Coors, south of Montano. Firefighters managed to beat the blaze down, but we understand the garage of the home was consumed. No word on how much damage was done to the rest of the home. No one at the scene was injured. Firefighters weren't talking, so we don't exactly know what caused the blaze just yet. Both students and parents at Cleveland High School in Rio Rancho are a bit worried this morning.
And it's all about a traffic plan. When parents drive away from the school, they go through a four-way stop light to merge onto a highway. But students are forced to use an exit from their parking lot, which only has a stop sign, not the light. That's before they have to turn left onto Paseo del Volcan with cars blowing by at 55 miles an hour.
It is a tough turn. It's hard to see, and with that many cars behind you, you're very pressured.
Well, they're just new drivers, and for sending all of that many out there, it's just not a good situation.
Rio Rancho police say there have been no crashes reported at this intersection in the 4 years it's been there, but students say until last year they were able to use both exits. The traffic plan is being tweaked. In fact, there are some changes made to it just yesterday. Well, college students are steaming ahead toward winter break, and unfortunately that means crime on campus could go up as students will be gone.
Yeah, UNM police say property crimes on campus actually jumped right before Thanksgiving break, and students need to protect themselves from thieves during this next break. News 13's Samantha McDonald is live at UNM with some tips. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Well, winter break starts at the end of this week and goes until January 2nd. And campus police say students should just not leave anything valuable behind. That includes all personal belongings. The reason is because bikes, laptops, iPads, and backpacks are among those stolen most often on campus. And police saw a spike in that during Thanksgiving break. If you must leave your bike behind, make sure you lock it up correctly. Police also say register bikes with campus police. Some students we talked to say it might take a different approach.
Knowing that there's a lot of theft here, I probably would take a lot more stuff back to my mom's house.
Property theft is a big concern, especially during this week, the week of finals. Some students are so wrapped up in studying, they often leave their stuff lying around unattended.
They leave their laptops on the desk to go use the restroom, to go order some food, to go get a cup of coffee. We have little coffee stations all throughout campus, and when they come back, their laptop's gone.
Campus police do say they don't expect as much property theft this holiday break compared to Thanksgiving, but just in case, they will be on campus 24/7. Back to you.
All right, very good to know. Thank you, Samantha. If you do see anything suspicious, you're urged to call campus police at 277-2241, or you can always call 911. The nightmare for one Roswell family is now over. They have recovered their mother's stolen ashes. The cremains were taken out of a parked car at the Motel 6 in town last week. Deborah Calderon, her sister, hotel employees, and police spent days searching. The ashes were finally found in a nearby alley, still in the original box.
More than 8,000 people follow APD's Twitter account for safety information and updates, but now the department has blocked one vocal critic from seeing its tweets.
What they say is open to the public, as it should be, as a public agency, and they're providing it as a free public service, yet they felt they needed to individually block me.
Stephen Way here sometimes uses his Twitter account to voice his opinions about APD, and suffice it to say, it's not always positive. And Twitter, so you know, is not like Facebook. You cannot post on someone else's page. So his critical comments were not posted on APD's Twitter account, which is why APD's only statement to us doesn't quite make sense. Here's what a spokesperson emailed us. The quote here, the purpose of APD's Twitter account is to send information to the public. APD has a right to regulate the content of the site to ensure it is meeting this purpose. Citizens have alternative forums where they may voice their opinions. An end quote. APD refused to answer any of our follow-up questions about this.
The Obama administration wants the highest court to jump in the middle of a water fight that's happening between Texas and New Mexico. The Albuquerque Journal reports the U.S. Solicitor General's office filed a brief saying the Supreme Court should take up the case. You see, Texas argues that groundwater pumping in New Mexico means that the Lone Star State is being deprived of water from the Rio Grande. New Mexico argues that Texas is getting what is required. We'll keep you posted on what happens.
Well, kids in one part of Albuquerque, and really all of us, will soon have a new place to go check out books, computers, and more. Check out this groundbreaking at Central and Unser for the first new library in the Albuquerque-Bernalillo County system in decades. It's going to cost $8.3 million and should be done in about a year.
A New York hedge fund owner is buying Taos Ski Valley. Louis Bacon already owns land in the area. He's paying an undisclosed price. Ernie and Rhoda Blake started the ski area in 1954. Their son Mickey and his daughter Adriana still run it.
Well, for me, it's a very bittersweet moment. I think we've definitely found the right guy to sell the ski valley to. But I've been doing this a very long time. It's all I've ever done, and it's hard to stop.
Blake says his company doesn't have the money to make needed improvements, including new lifts, a better base area, and a hotel. But Bacon reportedly does. The deal could be finalized next month. A show of support for Bernalillo County Sheriff's Deputy Robin Hopkins. She is getting a check today for almost $14,000. The money comes from public donations to the Fighting for Robin campaign. Deputy Hopkins was shot in the leg back in October during a cross-city shooting spree. This is a great thing because Deputy Hopkins is taking about a 30% pay cut because of how the retirement system works in the county, and all the time that she spends in recovery is actually considered dead time, so it won't count toward retirement. So the money is definitely coming in handy for her.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, the county leaders, in fact, City of Albuquerque leaders, even legislators, talked this week about how they can fix that. So our emergency workers who put their lives on the line every day, God forbid they get shot or something bad happens, they don't have to take this paid benefit
Needs
cut.
to get fixed for sure.